So, you may be wondering, you haven't done a news piece in days. I did it the day before Survivor Series. That was 5 days ago. And now I'm back with a news piece. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Alex here, other listeners of Wrestling HQ, and today we've got some people to talk about. We're going to talk about AJ Styles, but first, let's talk about Charlotte. And she has some very interesting things to say about the women's division and WrestleMania 34. Now, first of all, she said she'd love she'd love to be a part of this match, obviously, but she'd just love to see a women's one-on-one match at WrestleMania. Because obviously, for the past few years, we've had matches like the Fatal 4-Way for Raw last year between Nia Jax, Charlotte, Bayley, and Sasha Banks. And then for SmackDown, we had that whole 6-woman thing that I'm not going to remember all 6 of them, but let's try it anyway. Naomi, Natalya, Carmella, Mickie James. Is that Becky Lynch yet? Hang on, let's go for again. So we have Naomi, Natalya, Carmella, Mickie James, Becky Lynch, and Alexa Bliss. Is that all 6 of them? Were there 6? Were there 7? Was Tamina a part of that, or was she not here yet? It could have been 7, it could have been 6. But before that, obviously, at 32, we got the whole women's triple threat between Becky, Charlotte, and Sasha, which was fantastic. And then before that, we got, AJ Lee and Paige, wow, versus the Bella Twins. And for the last reference I'm going to make, because the year before that didn't have a women's match, because, WWE in WrestleMania 30, we had that Vicky Guerrero challenge to AJ Lee, which was fun. She highlighted Stephanie McMahon as well, which is interesting, Stephanie McMahon, hang on, I'm going to Google this. As you can see there, I googled wagon wheels. When you get, or maybe you guys don't, but when you get bored at college, just Google image some wagon wheels. It was 2014, the last time we saw Stephanie McMahon's side of wrestling ring. It was against Brie Bella, and that's when Nikki Bella turned on her. Wow, that was 3 years ago. And also, remember that time when Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose had that lumberjack match? That was the same year that John Cena got murdered by Brock Lesnar. Well, I'm not going to put that in there. But yes, it's very interesting that, Charlotte's saying she wants a match with Stephanie McMahon. Because Stephanie McMahon's very Raw orientated, whereas, Charlotte's very SmackDown orientated. But can we see that match this year? I dig it. Now let's get into some other news this week that aren't really, not really that much news now. In fact, everyone's reported it. But Vince McMahon has reported that he finds Finn Balor bland his match with Brock Lesnar. It's no longer happening. Which again is sad. I don't think Finn Balor's really had that buzz since coming back from injury. That's no fault of his own. I think that's just really poor booking. Apparently Vince doesn't find him that interesting when he's not in demon mode. What can he do here? It's quite sad because obviously Finn Balor had one of the best first months in wrestling, and he had to retire the Universal Championship, and it just kind of spiraled from there. They came back, and nothing's happened. He was in that Extreme Rules main event. Didn't do anything for him. It becomes a sad thing, really. Doesn't do him any favours. But, and then I love, on Twitter, he said today, I am not over cooking the turkey. Happy Thanksgiving to my American fans out there. I have 22 of them now, so some of you are better to be American, I guess. You must be, one of you. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Now let's get really into the meaty stuff. So, AJ Styles went on a radio show, I think, and said he wants to retire at the age of 42. This was back in 2015, and now he's saying that is still standing. So he might not have long left with the phenomenon. Now this was said that, obviously, he wants to continue until he's 42, and this means that he could be, his contract runs out in, I believe, 2019, when he'll be 41. Meltzer stated that his contract runs out at the end of 2019, and he's and he said when it's not injury orientated, because of the amount of money AJ is making, and he's making bank, that he might come back for another year. He might do one more year on a contract. So we might have AJ Styles up until 2020. Now, you think of that and you go, holy shit, we're just starting 2018, that's not long. That's still 2 years of great wrestling, He's took the world by storm in 2016, at least the world WWE, Obviously he hasn't reached those heights of Daniels, Joe and Styles. We haven't really seen one of those matches yet in WWE, but overall he's been pretty spectacular. Now again, you can't really hate on him for doing this because he's got a family to care about, and he said that's all his family know. His children have not had him around. He's been doing this thing for gone 15 years now, and that's he wants to be there for his children, and that's respectable. When you get on with, he wants to go watch those baseball games with his children and his football games. And that mean he won't make one-off appearances like a Triple H, because obviously he can do that, But as a full-time wrestler, I don't think we're going to see AJ Styles past 2020. What do you guys think of all these news pieces though? And if you enjoy me doing news, please let me know. As well, Universe Mode episode 2 will be up tonight. I know I've been sluggish with it. I've been bad. I'm getting there though. I am getting there. So, it's just been quite busy and hectic. Obviously, I've got a Christmas break. I'm literally going to bang recording at least 3 episodes of each Brown. I'll be coming back with another video on after the US Mode one. I'll probably do another news piece, to be honest. But if it isn't, I'll be back on, I think we agreed Thursday for me, mine and Tom's All Things Wrestling's very first classic pay-per-view video. And we want to make it Survivor Series themed, so we decided to go with Survivor Series 2002, a show that I've never seen. But if you want to go see us live react to that, it will be live streamed. Go check out Tom's channel, and then the review will be over here. So overall guys, hope you guys all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys on next time.